I see discussions about hema, especially longsword hema, I see a lot of emphasis on the German master cuts. So Zornhau and Zwerchhau, Krumpau, things like that, over more traditional fencing technique, fundamentals like Parry and Ripost and point work. Now, when I fence, I would say 75% of my fencing technique comes from those basics, and only about 25% comes from anything fancier than that. So today we're going to give you a couple of drills to hone those basic techniques, because I think that they are so important and they don't get enough love. Here we go. The first drill is going to be training simple parry or post techniques. This is going to make sure that you're using proper edge alignment, that you're making good parries, and that you're incorporating distance and good footwork into your fencing. So, we're going to start off here. I am in a high guard, and I have my light foot back. I'm going to pass forward, cut to his head. He is going to retreat and parry. I am then going to retreat, parry myself, and lunge back into his head. All together it looks like this. Again. So, this is important because I have to judge the distance. As I come in, I judge this would have hit, but he blocks. I have to retreat, giving me time to make my parry and lunge back in and hit him on the head. You'll know if you're doing this correctly because you'll hit your target in the center and you'll hit with the blade instead of the flat. This is great on building reaction time. This doesn't only have to be to the head. We can do this to a different part of the body. So I'm going to attack him on this side, he's going to parry, he's going to attack me, and I can hit somewhere else. I can also train it so he attacks me somewhere else. I attack to his head, but he attacks me on the side. Block, swap, hit. You can train all kinds of different scenarios with this, and it gets you quick at riposting back to your enemy. I get a whole lot of touches using point work with my longsword, and that's because this is very long. It's a long sword. So we're going to do a simple point work exercise. We're going to start by defending against a point. So he's going to put his point out towards me, and I'm going to step and do a beat, knocking his sword away, and then attack to the head. I open the line and make it safe for me. Beat, attack. Just like that. One more time. Beat, attack. My footwork here is a passing step into this of a beat, and then a lunge. I could do this with advanced lunge as well. I could also do this if I wanted to and I was weird, advanced pass. There's no proper way to do this footwork. Whatever feels good for you. That last one didn't feel good for me, so I wouldn't probably do it. So, now we're going to add on to this drill. Ray is going to deceive my blade. So as I cut, he's going to deceive underneath. Now, if I continued, I would get stabbed. I take so many touches from this technique. So what we're going to do, I have to make a small advance or pass so that I have enough time to either use the false edge and knock it away, or to change into the true edge. Personally, I like the false edge because it sets me up for this. Deceive, hit, no. As I knock his sword off to the side, it opens up that cut and it locks him out from attacking me on that side. So I come in here, I deceive, I knock it out, now my sword's in the way of him hitting me, and I can cut to the head. At full speed, just like that. Footwork again. For me, I'm doing this as a passing step, and then a lunge. I can do this as two retreats if I want, or two advances if I wanted to. Advance, lunge, just like that. This brings us to the other side of this equation. It is also super important to practice his side of this. So Ray is going to do the same thing to me, and I'm going to deceive and hit him. He's going to try and knock my sword away, so start from a high guard. He's going to try and just hit my sword, and I'm going to deceive and thrust. So I'm taking a lunge as soon as my line is clear. He's here, he tries to hit it, I deceive, I lunge into him. Get a lot of points this way. One more time, ready? This is all super simple, basic sword mechanics, but these are the techniques that I get, like I said, 75% of my fencing is made up of these techniques because they just work. They're very uncomplicated, and one of the things that they have over something like the German longsword stuff, the German longsword master cuts are a little bit more difficult, and they have a higher risk to reward ratio. You are a little bit more open because you are attacking into their attack. So if he's throwing, let's say, an attack that I want to hit with Zornhau, I have to knock his sword into there. I'm attacking into attack. So he's attacking my head, and I'm knocking out of the way to hit him. If I mess up, his attack is still coming at me. This basic fencing work always defends before it attacks. So if he attacks me here, I know I'm safe and I can open that line and attack again. It's not as fast or efficient, if you want to call it that, as the German longsword techniques, because it requires 2 actions instead of 1 action, but it is incredibly safe if done well. And it promotes proper distance management and defense. So basic drills that you can do with a partner that are going to level up your fencing exponentially. I would say more so than practicing some of the German longsword stuff. The German longsword, the master cuts specifically, have their place and they're very good, but you need to know your basic fencing before you start to get into that stuff. And if you like videos like this, let us know, and we will see you next time. Hiya! Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this or any of our other content, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Your support allows us to keep creating shorts, fencing videos, and our major projects. When you support the team on Patreon, you get access to behind-the-scenes content, discounts on merch, opportunities to game the crew, and so much more. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with all the fun stuff Sellsword Arts is doing. You can even ring the bell if you really feel like it. You can also join the community Discord and chat with the crew and other cool people with similar interests. And if you don't agree with something that I've said in one of these videos, you can always fill out the duel request form and challenge me to a duel so you can prove your point. You can find our Patreon and Discord link in the description. Additional links are in our bio. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.